Manhattan's bustling streets turned into a scene of terror on a freezing Wednesday morning. Brian Thompson, CEO of United Healthcare, was walking toward the hotel hosting the company's annual investor conference. Alleged killer, Luigi Mangione, was waiting for him, wearing a mask. Many people passed the suspect, but he appeared to wait for his intended target. He approached Thompson from behind and shot him at least once in the back and once in the right calf. Thompson was immediately took to Mount Sinai West in critical condition, where he was pronounced dead at 7:12 a.m. Investigators found shell casings from the crime scene with "delay" and "depose" written on them. Nobody knew who Luigi Mangione was. How did police crack open this case? How did they track down the mysterious killer and uncover his motives? Welcome back to Prison Stories. In this episode, we will uncover a recent murder case and the intense police investigation that followed. Stay tuned as we will discuss the gripping story of how the police identified, tracked, and ultimately caught the Luigi Mangione. A masked gunman waited for Brian Thompson outside the Hilton Midtown. Many people passed the suspect, but he waited for him, so it was clear the killing was premeditated and targeted. Minutes after Thompson was gunned down, surveillance video captured the suspect riding an electric bike into colossal Central Park. The case seemed a difficult one to crack. The shooter almost melted in the air. While the gunman meticulously planned many parts of his crime and getaway, still police got many evidence from crime scene. They found a water bottle and a protein bar close to the scene of the shooting. A cell phone was also recovered in an alley the suspect ran through. But extracting data from a phone can be extremely difficult, depending on the model of the phone and the operating system. Even when they have DNA taken from the water bottle and a phone, it was still very difficult to identify the killer. One might think that DNA is enough to crack open any case, but what if the suspect had a previously clean record? So mere DNA was not enough. Instead of taking it from the crime scene to his escape route, investigators rewind his life up to this event. They reconstruct his movement and past history through surveillance cameras. They build out every step of his trip through camera footages, even though he was always wearing a mask and a hoodie to hide his identification. Police believe the suspect arrived in New York City 10 days before the killing, on November 24th. There were tons of footages. They were able to have a photo showing the suspect's unmasked face, captured during a flirtatious moment with a hostile employee. So now police have the killer's face, fingerprints, and DNA. The casing shells with words "delay" and "depose" clearly indicate a motive, pointing to a popular phrase in the insurance industry: delay, deny, defend. So they have the motive as well. What was missing was a name. A member of the Special Victims Unit was reviewing surveillance footage released on December 5th, just a day after the shooting, and identified the suspect as Luigi Mangione. Police had already been investigating Mangione's disappearance after his mother reported him missing in mid-November. But who was Luigi Mangione and how he was connected to the murder of a healthcare CEO? The answers remained elusive. Through their investigation, police uncovered a surprising background. Mangione had a clean record and came from a prominent Maryland family. To his friends, Luigi Mangione appeared to have it all. He graduated from the University of Pennsylvania, earning both a bachelor's and a master's degree in computer science. According to his social media profiles, he had worked as a data engineer for TrueCar, a digital retailing platform for new and used cars. However, a company spokesperson confirmed that he hadn't been employed there since 2023. Mangione had also spent time living in a co-living surfing community in Hawaii called Surf Break, but he left after his back pain worsened by surfing and hiking. As investigators pieced together the details of his life, a new picture began to emerge. Mangione had been outspoken about his resentment toward America's insurance industry, fueled by the challenges he faced with his health issues. Police released the suspect's picture and name on social media. which ultimately led to Luigi Mangione's arrest. On the morning of December 10th, a McDonald's employee in western Pennsylvania called the police, reporting that the suspect was in the restaurant. Luigi Mangione, 26, was sitting alone at a table with his laptop and a backpack. He wore a medical mask, a brown beanie, and a dark jacket. Officers approached him and asked for identification. He handed over a New Jersey ID with the name Mark Rosario. When they asked if he had recently been to New York City, Mangione began to shake. A records check revealed no matches for the provided ID. When officers informed him he was under investigation, he admitted his real identity, Luigi Mangione. A search of Mangione's belongings uncovered a black 3D printed pistol with a loaded Glock magazine and a black silencer, both consistent with the weapon used in the murder of Thompson. Additionally, a fraudulent ID was found, matching the one Mangione used to check into a New York City hostel before the shooting. Officers also discovered a handwritten document that shed light on his motivation and mindset. The document expressed strong resentment toward corporate America, including phrases like, "Frankly, these parasites had it coming." Investigators connected this to shell casings found at the crime scene, which bore the words deny, defend, and depose. Luigi Mangione is currently being held without bail and is fighting extradition to New York, where he has been charged with first-degree murder and 2 counts of second-degree murder, 1 count that described the CEO's slaying as an act of terrorism. He was charged in Pennsylvania with forgery, carrying firearms without a license, tampering with records or identification, possessing instruments of crime, and providing a false identification to police. Though the case is still sub judice, social media has already turned Luigi Mangione into a hero. Almost immediately after the killing, platforms like TikTok began celebrating him with videos and tributes, while Etsy was flooded with merchandise glorifying his actions. His good looks and the widespread anger against private health insurers seem to have fueled this obsession, blurring the lines between justice and celebrity. Even those involved in his capture have faced harassment, highlighting the disturbing power of online narratives in shaping public perception. Thank you for watching Prison Stories. Tell us in comment about your thoughts on Luigi Mangione and why people are sympathizing with him. If you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe. We will see you in another intriguing episode of Prison Stories.